So when you open Microsoft Excel, you will see this window called Backstage View, and I select blank workbook now. Now here in the blank workbook, you will see the grids as well as the first part section is the tab section. So file, home, insert, page layout, formulas, they are all the tabs. If you don't want some tabs, you can remove. Even there are many tabs available, and if you want to add them, you can add also. Clicking the file button here, if you go for more options, customize ribbon, then from here you can customize the tabs. Like if you don't want home tab, if you don't want insert tab, you can remove from here and click OK. So this removes that tabs. Okay, I'll go for file, more options, and let me enable these tabs, home, insert. The next part is in that tab you will find many commands. So collectively grouping them, it's called as a ribbon, and they provided different features. Word, Excel, PowerPoint, many different softwares. Each software has their own documentation area. Like MS Word used for typing letters, creating the notices, or you can design visiting cards. You can type your resume. Like Excel used for calculations, and PowerPoint used to design the slides and present your reports to audience. So in Excel provided this spreadsheet, and this spreadsheet uh, is like a table which showing you number of cells. Okay, there are number of columns and number of rows. Now how to navigate these cells? So if you go right, then they are the number of columns. So columns you read with labels A, B, C, D, and when it ends at Z, again it starts with double A. So when it ends at AZ, it starts with BA. So there are a lot of columns. So just for information, in Excel, there are total columns as 16,000 and 683. So there are many columns. Even you can count them. How to count the columns? So to count the columns, uh, we use a formula is equal to count blank, or I'm pressing function key on my laptop, sorry, control key, and I use right button to go last. So the last column is XFD. So here, if I type a one formula in Excel called count blank, so count blank is a function, and in Excel to type any function, you must begin it with is equal to. Let me select this row. I complete the bracket. I press enter. So this is showing me the correct count 16,384. So this count is also vary as you go with the different versions. When Excel started at the first time, 97, they given only 258 cells, sorry, 258 columns. But right now it's 16,384. 16,384. These many columns in Excel. After that, the next is how many rows. The rows are with numbers. Rows are like the numbers. So where they end. So in Excel, total number of rows are 10 lakh 48,576. So it's a very big value. And how to reach the end? Like you press control and right arrow for columns. You press control and down arrow to reach last. Okay. So then it will show you the last row as 10 lakh 48,000 and seven and the 576. So this is the one spreadsheet. Like this, if you click this plus button, you create a one more spreadsheet to start your another work. So such many worksheets you can create as required. Before going ahead, let me know my speed of teaching is good, and even once again I will check my voice is clear to all. Now in Excel, firstly we will discuss typing table and formatting it. So in Excel, to type any table, you select any cell. Like me, I'm just clicking on that cell, and it shows you the borders. Okay, to read this cell in Excel, to read cell, you first read column name and then read row number. For example, A10 or B6 or R4 like this. And to read any cell range, you read column name and row number colons. After that, again column name and row number like this. For example, you can type like A1 colon B5 or B5 colon C10. So this is called a cell range. I show you. If I select these cells, so it's a cell range. The starting cell address is A1, ending cell address is B7. So if I click this, Excel also shows you the cell address here, C2. Okay. Now I type a table here. So the table is, I can type from anywhere. So I type serial number. Here I type name and then I type city. So when you type any value in Excel and mistakenly while typing you do some mistakes. So to erase that you can use the backspace, that is okay. But what happens sometime is I want to remove the value 101 e hash. It's I'm typing a serial number, but here e hash is wrong. So if I press backspace, then it will delete everything. So without directly pressing backspace, first you have to press F2. After that only the cursor starts blinking, then you delete the value. Okay. Nextly I type 102, 103. And like this, I want to continue up to 1010. Don't write everything. You select the first two numbers, the sequence, and see this, the dot. If you go there, click and drag the values. So Excel auto increment the values and it shows you all the numbers. So the sequence, if you type like this, 101 and 103. So typing two numbers, I select the cells and that dot I drag like this. So it is showing you the sequence 101, 103, 105 up to 119. I keep a sequential 101, 102 like this. The name also I type here. Let's say here name Aditya, then Yogesh, then Rohan, then Nitin, then Chetan, then is Dinesh. Okay, we will type some just dummy details, and here is my name also. And here we type some more names. Last one. Done. So I increase the column width in between two columns. If you keep your cursor, it shows you the splitter. Clicking that, you can drag the columns and it shows you the column width like this. City also we type. Here I type some cities. And when you type the same city once again, Excel suggests you. As I begin, it's auto suggest is, are you typing Pune? You just press enter and it continues like this. Okay. So I type some names here and we will complete this. Done. The table is ready. So what's next? I select the first row like this, clicking the middle in the cell, just drag and release the mouse, click, and it selects all the cells. But how to select without using mouse? So you just keep a cursor and press shift key and then press right key and it selects single cells. Okay. So I show you once again. Keep your cursor, press shift key and press the right key. it select the cells. Now how to select the complete table? So one option is easy. You can keep your cursor like here and using mouse you can easily select. But what if there are total 1,000 rows and you are selecting like this? You are dragging until you reach the 1,000 row. So this is not the good idea to select. So the option is you use Control Shift and right key. It selects the headers and Control Shift down arrow key. So pressing Control Shift down arrow key, it will select the complete table. Some note points I like to keep here, this area. So the first note point is uh, I'm using Alt Enter to type many rows. Cell selection. For cell selection, I'm using Shift plus right or any key, means you can press accordingly any arrow keys. Another thing is edit cell. To edit cell, press F2. Then you edit. To type multiple lines, you here press Alter and then press enter. I also doing the same. And fourth one also I'll tell you. Now the data is ready. What is next? The next is I here apply bold text. Even I select this table and here is the given option called borders. So from there I enable the borders. Okay. The data is ready. Next is I here want to separate first name and here I want to separate last name. So in Excel, we can do calculations and we can separate the first name and last name from the name property. So here if I type any function like left or any right function or the find function, so using that I can separate name from the first name or last name from the selected cells. But this is the first session and we will see without using any functions formulas easily how to separate the first name and last name. So I'm using this Excel 2016 version. Maybe you also using the very latest one. So in that latest version, a feature I here use called flash fill. Without any formula, you just type here a correct spelling of the name. So it's actually ADI. I used the F2 key to edit the cell. Now here I'm typing Aditya. Just go ahead and type the next name. As you press the next letter, Excel itself suggests you are seeing, you are actually looking for the first names and just press enter and it completes your job. I show you once again what I done. I type last name now. Go ahead, type another last name. As you press the next character, Excel suggests you this pattern and this feature is called as flash fill feature. So I just press enter and Excel completes the job. One more I'll show you here in the next cell. Okay, I right click and I click insert to insert a new column. Because of merging, it's showing me some problems, but let me do this here. What it is saying, non-empty cells. Okay, somewhere is making a one mistake. Let me select this and clicking this here, I'll drag. And now here I type initials. So to type initials, I type like this. Everything in small case, Kapoor, Aditya, enter. So if you go ahead and if you type like this, it completes the job. So this feature is called as flash fill feature. Let me select this area and here also I apply the borders. I keep a note what is flash fill. Excel auto completes the complete the sequence and generate next next row records. It's called as a flash fill. And one more feature I told you, it is autofill. So how to use autofill? You can create series. You can create any series. like 1 to up to n, or a b up to last nth value. Like maybe you can type the name of months or the name of weekdays, anything. So these are some features in Excel. I show you how to generate month names. So here I type, let's say January, and as I select and go ahead, it generates the next month names. So this is autofill feature in Excel. Even you can type any weekday name. So if I click and drag, it is showing me the weekdays like this. So this is the autofill feature. Now this is the very basic of Excel, how to create table, how to use autofill feature, and how to use flash fill feature. Okay. So now this table I format using some tools in Excel. So like this, in sheet number 2, I create a one more table here. Okay. So this table is a small. I just type employee code, employee name, and some salary. So now here I show you how to use some Excel formatting tools. The employee code I type E001, E002. Like this, I type some more records up to E005. Here is Smith, here is Peter, here is John, here is Matthew, and here is Elise. So there are some employees, and the salary I type here this side. So it's a 800, it's a 700, it's a 400, it's a 500, and it's a 1300. The amount I want to see in dollars. Now how to add here the format of this amount as a dollar? Maybe you want in pounds, in euros, or in Indian currency note. You can edit with any currency note. So you select these values and press Control 1. Okay, you press Control 1, and now here you will see our option called currency. And in the currency section, you will find a symbol dollar. So scroll down and you will find many country currency notes. So here you find which one you want, the dollar, pound, euro, or rupee. So I select this dollar and then I click OK. So it is showing me the amount in the format of dollar. The currency notes you can apply in two different types. This is the one currency note format. Like this, if you press Control 1, instead of currency, if you go for accounting, there also you will find the same symbol. And if you click OK, it is showing you the dollar symbol aligned to left side and the amount aligned to right side. So you have a choice. You can select accounting or you can select the currency. I suggest you how to select. If you have any calculations in this cell, you select accounting. If it's a value, you select currency symbol. So I here select this currency symbol. Now this table is ready. I will do some changes. I select this table and then I click this alignment options. So these three are the horizontal alignments and these three are the vertical alignments. This is vertical, this is horizontal. Now I show you how. I just increase the row height and see this, the variable, sorry, that label salary is exactly in the left bottom corner, right? Horizontally, I want to see salary in the middle. So I click this on. Now horizontally, it's in middle. Now vertically, if you check, it's in like in the top, in the middle, or in the bottom. It's a bottom. I click middle. Now it's in middle. So that way you can choice any alignment. I choice middle, all are in the middle. I select all the cells and I go for borders as well. I click the border styles and you will find some more options. So like if you want only bottom border, you can enable only bottom border. If you don't want any borders, you select no border. Now no borders. So selecting this bottom, it will only apply the bottom border. Okay, like this, the left, the top, the right. I select all borders and I'll go for another one option called line color. So I here select line color as blue and it shows you a pencil, so you can draw like this and you can change the color of this table as blue color. But consider the table is of 1,000 rows, so if you're drawing like this it will waste a lot of time. So instead of doing this, you just press escape key on your keyboard, so it will cancel the pencil, but the color now you see it's in blue. Now if you click all borders, it shows you borders in the blue color. I also changed the thickness. So go for the thickness, and here you will find line style. Line style, I'll select this one and I again press escape. Then I click all borders once again. So this is thick blue color border. If you want dotted border, then you can select the border style as line style and you will find the dotted borders as well. So I'll select this one. I press escape button to cancel the pencil and once again I select all borders. So it's a dotted border. One more point I like to tell you, the background color. I select the heading rows, then here you given a color called fill color and from there you can select any color. Let me select this one, the blue accent 5. The text color I want to change it to white. I click this one option and I click white. So it's a white color. Also, I want to add some more space to this second column. So in between the two columns, I click and drag the cells. So it's increasing the column width. Now next is the all rows, like these rows, I want to apply some more different colors. Okay, the banded rows. So I select the first row, I press control key, I select third row, I select fifth row. So I selected all the banded rows using a shortcut control key. I go for this option. Now it offers me so many colors here like this. Even you can go for more colors. You can customize your own color like this. Let me choose a very light color, the blue one, and I click OK. Now it's showing me the banded rows. Similarly, this side, I create a table, one more table. It's the product code, product alter enter code. I type like this. Go ahead. I type product name. I type manufacturing date. Then I type price. Then I type quantities. Okay. Product code, then the product, then the manufacturing date, then the price, and then the quantities. So the background, if you see, Excel automatically detects is it a header? Because on the same row I'm typing, Excel detects they are the headings. So maybe the typing is different. That's why Excel not detected. It's as a heading, but you can select any of the header cell and using this option called format painter, copy the format and apply to the next cell. Now you will see it is also in the same format as we expected. So I just increase some width here also and here also. Okay. Now this product code I type P0051, then is P0052. Like this, I add some rows using this autofill feature. I drag and I create some records. So here we type some records, monitor, microprocessor, then is the antivirus, speakers, after that RAM, motherboard, and last one is the SMPS. Done. So they are the records. The manufacturing date. In Excel, when you type date, always remember begin with the month name, then day, and then the sorry. Here you start with the month name. So the today's date I type it's 5th May, so 5/5. But if I want to type the 1st May, so how I type 5/1/2021. So 5 is the month, 1 is the day, 2021 is the year. Press enter. So when you type date, that date automatically changes, shows you the alignment right side. But what if it not shows you the alignment right side? Let me type here a date, a wrong date. I'm typing 13 space 2 space 2021. Maybe you're reading this is 13th February, but Excel shows you that date aligned to left side. So the format is wrong. My Excel settings are the date must be month, day and year. So if I type 2/13/2021, its meaning is 13th February. Now it's the correct date. So always remember in Excel when you type date, it must be with format month, day, year. Later you can format it to a day, month, year or the year, day, month, anything. But type with month, day and year. Okay, we'll type something here. So let's say 4/12/2020, then is the 6/6/2019, then is the 8/12/2015, next date is 8/3/2019, and last one is 7/14/2019. Done. So the dates are ready. Now the next is the price. So we will type some price in Indian currency notes. So the microprocessor, we will type something here. Antivirus, the speakers, the RAM, motherboard, and SMPS. Okay. So the quantities also I type here, some random values. Now the date format I want to change with 5th. This is the 1st May. So I want to read this date as 1 May 2021, 13 February 2021. Select the cells, press Control 1. The shortcut is Control 1. Now here you select the date format. So there are many date formats given by Excel. So which format you are looking for, you select that format and then press enter or you press OK. So it is showing you the correct format. I show you once again. I press Ctrl Z. I press Ctrl 1 to change the format. Now here, given some formats, I just scroll down and I select the last one and I click OK. Now it is showing me the date like this. Price, the price I want to see in the rupee symbol. So I press Ctrl 1, go for currency. Now here you select the currency node Indian rupees. You need to scroll down and find where is Indian currency note, this one, and then I click OK, and it is showing you Indian currency note like this. And the quantities alignment I want to change, I keep this in the center like this, and this table is ready. So this table I want to apply some different style rules. Okay, so I select the same table, and here I want something different color, the background. I select the cells, I press Control 1. So you go for this option called fill. Here also given some colors. Okay, the solid colors, they are called as a solid colors, but I don't want the solid colors, I want special colors. So go for fill effects, and it offers you two colors. You can choose two colors. Let me keep the first one as a white, and the second one I'll choose dark orange color, so I can customize as I want, and I click OK. So here some patterns, I prepare my own pattern which one I want. So that pattern I choose, and then I click OK. So there I click OK. Now the background you will see it's a glossy. So this way also you can apply the background gradient fill color. The text color I change it to black. So here I click black, and now the remaining all the cells, there also I want to apply some gradient style colors. So I select, I press Control 1, then I'll go for fill, and for special colors I select fill effects, and they provided the two color option. So I'll choose one very light color like this one, green one. Okay, so some patterns, I'll select this, I click OK, and again I click OK. So this is my another table. So this is so simple. In Excel, to make formattings, you can make use of some shortcuts, okay, which relax your work. I keep some note points here this side. So the first note point, the first note point, it is for date for currency format, for currency format, date format, and and background. So the background color, press Control plus 1. It's a shortcut. And then select format you're looking for. Like you can select the dollar symbol, you can select the date format, or you can select the color. The next note is change border styles. To change border styles, oh, mistakenly I erased, but I type once again. Note format background color, date and currency. Press Control plus 1 and select correct format. Second thing I told you, it is to change border styles of selected cells. Home tab provided that option, borders, select line style and border color, then cancel the pencil icon and select the all borders option. So this way you can change the borders. Third, third thing is change column width. Change column width. So in between two columns, click and drag mouse. Click and drag mouse. This will change the column width. So I today worked with different options in Excel, like the shortcuts and as well as the autofill and flash fill options. I give you some assignments as well, and you work on that assignments. Prepare the same tables. Once 1 minute, I'll show you which assignments. This is the first assignment. You give the title as quotation, then you type the product name, description, price, quantities, and total, and try to calculate the total. Okay, don't type manually. Here you type the data, prepare the same table, the design you prepare as it is, and the currency notes, see how it looks. So here also make calculations and show me this result. One more assignment is prepare this one table where the borders are dotted and they are in a blue color. And third one is this one where you are typing employee data, the date format and the salary. So today we already discussed how to change the date formats and how to change the salary currency notes. So this way you prepare a one more table. Now this session I covered with the basics of Excel, and some notable points are select the cells using the shortcuts Shift plus arrow keys, edit the cell pressing F2 key, and to type multiple lines, you press Alt plus Enter. Make use of the flash fill autofill feature. And in the second sheet, I discussed with you creating table, how to apply the banded rows using the control key. You can select multiple cells and you can change the background color. Here, I told you how to change the format of the date as well the currency notes, the background gradient effect, and you can make your table uh, like this. So this is the session today. If you have any doubts, queries, you can drop a message or you can ask me. We will cover it.